think we are live here. Get this stream link here. Okay, everyone, welcome to a live stream of ProTA. We are in open beta, so I've just released the first ProTA video, which is one that we've got that is older than the version that's out right now. So there are a few things that if you play, you're going to notice are a little bit different than other things. Like the size of the mohos, for one. But for the most part, what you see that we put out in video number 1 is going to be what is available. So hopefully you will you'll find that you like it. So what I've got going on today here is I'm just seeing if anybody's free. I've got a few people who said they might be able to come on and play, but if no one is free to play, then I actually have a random video picked out, that tab that I picked out that I can just go ahead and review, and we'll just kind of do it live here. So I've not seen it, I don't know the outcome of the game, and I think in future this might be something fun we do where, chat, you guys can pop on and decide to suggest a tab, and I can just do a live review. So won't always be ProTA this night. That's what I'm focusing on, because we're just basically celebrating the release. So we can do an escalation, we can do a regular OTA one. If you've just got an old demo you want me to take a look at, we can get it uploaded to ProTA. I'll grab it, and then we can just do a live review. Alternatively, if you are a player and you want me just to kind of review your play, if we're doing a hangout like this, then we'll do that too. So this is just kind of a anything goes kind of hangout. So first priority here is to convince somebody to play me on the pass, and then after that, it's all just kind of up in the air. So to avoid too much dead air, I'm not gonna go on super long without at least getting something on the screen that people want to see. So if Nick doesn't show up sometime soon, or if a random player doesn't pop in, you can see here we're on TAF. This is going to be the preferred location to play ProTA. It's just all around. I know it's not. I know most people are still at Game Ranger at this point, but this is simply just going to be a better client for TA. The Game Ranger is with its random drops. So it looks like my screen is not quite in the right place. Oh yeah. See, this is why we're doing this. This is I'm actually got a new setup here. This is my first time testing this out. So also, if you can't hear me, let me know. I will do my best to correct that. Okay, I think I've got it here. Alright, that should look a little bit better. Okay. Alright. The reason why I'm able to actually hop on tonight is because the baby's sleeping. So the reason why I haven't been around, for those who aren't in the know, is I just had, well, my wife and I just had our third child. So that's why I've been on my, so to speak, paternity leave. from doing this because I haven't had a moment to actually get on and not only play but even to review games. So that's part of the idea of doing a live thing as well, is to be able to get some content out. So what I'll do here is, since I don't have any takers, I'm going to go ahead and pull up our game that we've got here. We'll make sure that's working here. So this is a little bit of a test too. You just had your 7th, Hugo. Well, you are way ahead of me. I don't think I'll ever actually get that. You've got the high score tonight. So sorry for the noises in the background. I'm not the only one here. This is usually I do my recordings at my brother's place where we have a little bit better sound setup. But here we go. All right, so we have our game up. I'll go ahead and go, and hopefully this works. You guys have to let me know in the live chat if you can't see the actual game itself. It's been fun. I mean, he just started kind of sleeping like 4 hours or so. Oh. Alright. So we'll just do our live review. Here we go. We have, it looks like the map is Timberline 2. So this one's by Dioxide. I believe I've done I've done an escalation game on this one. And we have a 2v2 game. We've got Rock, Metin, Natas, aka Jean, and Timmy Fred. We're going to be playing on Timberline 2. So let's see how this one plays out. Okay. So we got north versus south here. On the north side we have Metin and Rock going up against Jorn and Timmy Fred. So it looks like we have both arm and core on both sides. Timmy Fred says he's in voice, so he's probably talking to Natas. Metin's doing a combo Wind Solar. Rock, who plays Escalation a bit more than everybody else, meaning he probably knows this map a little better, because this one's quite popular among the Escalation crew. So he's going Solar. Timmy Fred's going Solar as well. Jorn going Wind. I'm actually not confident what Wind is here, but we can go ahead and check it out ourselves. Metin wants to know who made this this map. Rock says why. And Alley Chat's on. Alright. Yes, Drew, my oldest are 6 and 4 right now. And we have one and not the other, then they just really, really, really annoy us, as much as I love them. Wind appears to actually be okay, plus 11, plus 10. So, in Escalation, that wouldn't be efficient. However, here in ProTA, that is considered efficient. So, 12, yeah. We have a Weasel Raid coming in. You can see Jorn's gone K-Bots first here. Timmy Fred's vehicle. One of the other things too, you can see we have the ability to go out the top. That wasn't an OTA thing. Metin is playing purple. He's got the purple robots. Jorn expanding with the comm. Weasel's going to run right by that and not try and mess around with that. is he able to intercept? Spy radar is really important. Weasel gets away. Peewees are not that great at intercepting the faster, more maneuverable Weasel. And Benton comes in and he's able to completely up. There he goes. Nice job. Grabs 2 mexes with it. Definitely worth it, especially considering how his construction asset is. Commander is way over here. He's not going to be able to replace that quickly. He's got to send a combat down. Combats do not build as fast as vehicles. Timmy Friend's mostly on the left side over here. He's dropping a second. He's dropping his second lab, going K-Bot. See how he blocked in this vehicle right here to help with construction and guard. In ProTA, the nanolathe range is a little bit better. Benton's telling him to go grab that. And you can see Jorn's kind of playing the typical Great Divide strategy here. You got to get your commander, your most powerful fighting and building asset early in the game, to the middle to be able to cover that hole. But that also means you have to be building units. Timmy Fred, I think also because he's dropping that second lab there, where'd his commander run off to? His commander is also walking, and so you can see there's a big unit advantage on the north side right now. Rock and Metten both with a bunch more units, and so Rock is able to slip some flashes by to be able to spread. I'm at plus 10 speed right now. Comms in the middle, so that's one of the things that Benton's probably recognized. Comms in the middle means he hasn't been cranking out. So it's the same on the front side. If this commander comes in to plug the hole, but there's this whole pack of gators right here. It's going to be able to It's actually a little hard to see, so see, that's the advantage right there of commander not walking versus commander walking. So now they're here, they're able to cover it, but they have way more units because their commanders have been sitting back, cranking out. Rock going fast advance with the unit advantage, he knows he can cover his side. Metten, you can see they've just done Thompson's just a much better job capping the con vehicles, outpacing the K-bots. And here you go, Metten is also going advanced pretty quickly. I don't see advance coming down from anybody on the south side. Well, no, never mind. I spoke too soon. There it is. Brings the con up. Goes advance. Some solars here. These will nice act and a nice little protector. Timmy Fred's going in for a raid. I imagine he'll probably turn those around once he sees Now, you're probably right. This is my first time actually doing this, so I actually don't have a good gauge on the audio. Let me do something here. 1 second. See, this is why we have you guys help me out. Okay. Okay. Go ahead and when we see something blow up, you let me know if I'm too quiet. Actually, 1 second here. There we go. That better? Hey, Sparthy guy. Good to see you. There you go. Timmy Fed trying to make a breakthrough. More than enough from both sides here, though, to cover this. You see he's got some storms in the fray. Storms work pretty well, even better against flashes than they used to. Shooters. See, they've got that low rate of fire. I don't know if he's actually got his radar up here, though. Yes, he does, so he's just not clicking on. There he goes. Takes care of the thuds. Moho's going down on the top. Whirly working on their economy. He says Penn's attacking. Well, they're not Pens, they're shooters, but... Nice job. You know, I was going to say I'd have to give it to Top, but this little shooter push is proving to be a problem for Team Top. Although how's their economy looking? 49, 43, Timmy Fred, 50, 56. Rock is ahead. But here comes the push. Those shooters are a little too far up on the front side. You see, he's just using these units to cover and protect the shooters. Shooters are doing the damage. Thanks, you. Hopefully this sound holds out. It's a peewee up there to take a peek at what's going on. See a nice mix of units here, some thuds. Rock's trying to bag those snipers with his tanks. Doesn't quite get it. But he's got some beef of his own. The Zeus's are going in. See how the T1 units are pretty effective still, even against something as tough as a Zeus? See how the Storm's missiles kind of curve? There's a very slight homing given to the Storm's missiles to help them be a little bit more effective against flashes. Because we were finding that useful crashers would be a problem. And Mavericks, too. Alright, I'm actually going to have to slow this down so I can see how these guys are building all this stuff. Second factory going down. Timmy Fred's got his up. He's dropping Mortys. Those are fantastic. I've always been a big fan of Mortys. Even in OTA, I thought they were actually worth building from time to time. Nice job by Menton positioning his thuds. You can see they've got that extended range. He drops them behind the Dragon Tooth wall he's put here, so he can actually deal with some of the forces. Rock's building pens to try and counter the shooters. Boom, that is a roach bomb. And without the cover, Jorn's shooters are exposed, and they are eliminated. Timmy Fred has a small force through. I don't know if he'll be able to do that much damage with it. And I know Rock is there, too. Let's see, Timmy Fred cranking out the economy down here. Another big boom. They're going to get some anti-air up. Just a handful of missile towers in the back there. Rock at 88 metal now. He is focusing all in on that economy, and it has worked. You can see he's got tons of mohos up. Met in 2, both of them are working on fusions. Got some dominators coming down. Mortys really work best if you can get critical mass of them. See, this is actually a really good use of the combo with the Mortys and Storms here. And here comes Rock with another boom. Yeah. Does a bit of lumberjacking here. Look at that. That's a nice little crater he's got. Timmy's got some missile towers up. He'll be good against bombers. Just a handful of hooked winds. Advantage, the pressure is still coming from south, but I have a feeling they're not going to be able to push in before Top's economy comes alive here. There you go, you can see the new Dominators. Faster missiles, homing. You can see he's taking advantage of that small Dragon Teeth he managed to get built out. Oh, that's painful. Beautiful roaching by Rock there. Now he doesn't have any anti-air units mixed in, and so it's a lot easier to time that without a missile unit waiting to shoot down your stuff. Rock's got a bunch of air cons, dropping an advanced K-bot lab closer to the front. He's got 3 of his own penetrators. That may have been their only chance to actually win that there with that roach bomb. Timber is building a toaster. Toasters do have longer range than Punishers in this, but they are not going to survive against this little push right here. Jorn's back of the base is looking pretty spare. Medden has started peeper streaming. He's going to be able to keep a good line of sight there. Rock, they are sharing line of sight. Ooh, Mortys versus Penetrators. That's not something I've ever seen. Down it goes. There you go. Timmy's working on that critical mass of Mortys. They didn't coordinate that attack with Jorn, though. Although these Mavericks and Rockos are very vulnerable to Rock's roaches, so I'd be hesitant about sending them up front. Nobody's tried to cut down any trees to push through on the sides, but there's really not that much by way of static defense. All this stuff here can quickly move and cover a hole if one's created. Doomsday Machine. Blue laser, green laser, and red laser. He's got a Punisher up in the middle. We have Merles. Merles in ProTA, their range is slightly longer than they are in OTA. So their utility is definitely up there. Penetrator brought down by Mortys. You can see, and Sumo's coming in from Timmy. See, this is a different model. I believe it's the... I don't have to know, but I think it might be the Evolva model. See that Sumo's just taking an absolute battering from those Dominators. I think there are just too many of them. Sumo's... I gotta say, I do love the way that the Dominators and Mortys work in this. I've been watching the front, I haven't been taking a peek in the back. Let's see what they got. Rock on 2 fusions. Timmy Fred on... I don't see any. This does not bode well for Team South. Yeah, the top side had definitely committed more to the building than the bottom. Got a toast, an ambusher here. Let's see that extended range. One of the things, because the game's not played at higher resolutions than it used to be, Doomsday Machine went out and the explosion took out a bunch of units with it. Did he just evaporate Medden's army too? Mutually assured direct destruction from Rock on the top side. See, there's the extended range of those Marls. Now those are still kind of dumbfire vertical launch rockets. So they're not homing, but the range that they have certainly makes them useful. Sumo's shredding the Zeuses that get a little too close. But again, I think Top's economy is going to be what does it. Rock's already producing Hawks. Looks like maybe Vamp's coming out from Metten on the north side too. Yeah, Chad, I think this is, Sumo's took a bunch of damage from that, but they managed to survive. Yeah, I think this one's got to go to the top side. They just have way too much production here, unless bottom can steal a snipe. Rock has his Hawk racetrack going. Jorn's actually got some Hawks up. Timmy Fred going shadows, smart man. If you're going to play core, you got to build shadows. They're playing a gentleman's game here, no bomber stacks. That's one thing that Venom wanted to be able to fix, and so we weren't able to figure out how to do it. So they do still work, but considering it's an advantage that ARM doesn't have, we play without it. So that's the only rule that's kind of been in existence, is no bomber stacks, which I'm willing to give up, considering that Venom successfully balanced core and ARM. So you can see all those ambushers going to work. Guardian was outranged. He's got an anti-nuke up. He's building his own nuke and a fusion. Maybe biting off a bit more than you can chew. Building a target facility too. I don't know what kind of metal Jordan thinks he's producing, but he's not producing nearly as much as Rock's 173. There it is. He's got his own targeting facility. He is working on his nuke. So maybe Jordan's just ahead of the game there. Oh, that knocks it. Rock's going to try and nuke them out of the middle. These guards have given them, the Punishers have given them a little bit of space, but the Punishers here, the Ambushers here will keep them back. See, Ambushers just completely driving those missile units off. Bulldogs, Zeuses, Hawks, Thuds. Are we watching a TA game here, people? I'm confused. Again, no real push to try and go through the woods here. But again, these armies are somewhat mobile. Although now South has a bit more static defense in the middle, so it might make sense for North side to try and go around it. Here comes the push. This is probably the time. Rock's got enough Hawks. Wow, those sumos are just annihilating the incoming Bulldogs. But this force might be a bit more of a problem. Yep, Dominators come in, they just start raining missiles down. Mortys too. Mortys are great bunker busters when it comes to taking out these long-range plasma cannons. Look at that. Look how fast it goes down. That's it, those defenses are blown open by the radar targeting. So yeah, radar jammers too by Metin. Nicely done. Purple robots coming in. Advance goes down. This looks like the breakthrough right here. Timmy Fred needs to shift left, and he's doing that now. And the sumos push him out. So now this right now for Timmy Fred. Now it's time to build yourself a necro. Get those guns back up. Timmy Fred marching some of his storms in to certain death, but that does actually give him a bit of breathing room. Building his own colloquial fusion there. He's got these capped, although he's got more to work on, but there's a lot going on in the front, so I can see why he's not busy down there. Raiders, this is probably a smart choice here. These will provide some line of sight, some additional tankiness, even if they don't bring as much firepower. Ben's got a single ambusher back up in line. His nuke is up, his fusion is up, his targeting facility's up. So that's all useful stuff. Gimps. I don't know if that was a mistake. Let's see what Ben's got here. Lots of amps. And there's the Hawk Force. Oh, this is... Rock's coming in. Oh, Timmy Fred is prepared, though. He's got some copperheads. They make really quick work of Hawks in this. So you still can win the game by getting critical mass of Hawks, but you can't just go on with a swarm of 20 and expect to win, especially if your opponent's got 3 of these on the ground. Here comes Metin's forces again, though. Those explosions you were seeing over there, that's the copperhead shooting. Ambusher is down. Shorn dropping a K-Bot lab. He's desperate for anything at this point. Rock says he's killing the nuke, and he does just that. Takes out the Fusion 2, goes for the commander. You can see this Copperhead's made really quick work of the Hawks there, but it might just not be enough. And Natos goes down. That is game. Nice snipe by Rock. Although, with all this production, I don't think that was going to go any other way, so he just simply accelerated the inevitable. We'll wait for this demo to wrap up. We'll take a look at resources. Oh yeah, I can hit this button right here. Good game, guys. Rock Metin, congrats on the win. Jordan Timmy-Fred, well played. There you go. I think they got Allied victory on. I don't know what they're doing. Oh, there you go. Metin self-destructs. Okay. Oh yeah, built an Intimidator too. See, there's the bigger model of the Intimidator here. Rock just nukes his ally. Classic. There we go. Alright, I've got about 15 minutes before I have to be quiet. So we'll see if anybody wants to play. And then I have to learn how to share this share the stream too. Of course, if anybody watching, if one of you wants to hop into Total Annihilation Forever, play a game, you're welcome to do that too. Or if you have a demo that you want me to check out, just go ahead and post the TATA link in the in chat. I'll grab it and then I'll pull it up and I'll review your game that you want me to see. That's how I'll do this. This is going to be a new format I'm trying out here, and then if it works out, I'll try and make it more a regular thing. Especially if I can, well, I'm only really available at more random times thanks to my new arrival. Let's see here. What I'll probably do is I'll probably try and clip out just the game too. This is a pretty good game, and I'll upload that separately to the channel. For those who just want to see that. Let's see here. Yeah, see, I don't know how to share. I don't know how to share my stream link. Somebody help me. Chat, anybody know how? Alright. Okay. Well, what I'll do then is I will browse for another ProTA game. Cool Nick's been playing. Alright, so who wants to see Cool Nick do a 2v1? I know I do. This is not going to work. There it goes. Alright. Alright. I know it's not fun watching me download stuff, but really all you're seeing here is my empty game room. Okay. Alright. Wait. That's right. So whenever you download a game off of ProTA, it's going to come down as a .ted file in order for you to watch it using ProTA. You have to use the viewer instead of the actual total. And you start running it on server, and then you have to rename the demo to a .pro file. So you have to change the file extension from .ted to .pro, and then it will become available. So you can see I just renamed it, and there it is. I don't, for some reason it didn't come up. And that might be a thing, whereas if you don't win the game when you watch it, it doesn't come up, which I've noticed. I'm not sure if that's a normal thing. We'll try again here. We're going to check this out. So this is Cool Nick. It looks like he got a bunch of his friends, I think, from down under to check this out. So that's pretty sweet. And we'll go ahead and we'll check out his game. This might be a little silly because I'm pretty sure it's a 2v1. Okay. So if you see here, what I've got running is DXWND, so it allows me to stream it. And so I've got one set up for ProTA and the one set up for the ProTA viewer. So you need to be running from a different file location. Here we go. Alright. This will be kind of fun. We'll see how Nick handles a 2v1. Taking bets. Who will win? Is it Lofty and Kaiju? Or is this a, this might be a free-for-all, but gotta be core. 。 Yeah, if you're missing your TA stuff, Swarthy guy, you can get it on Good Old Games right now for like $5. So you can get on and play if you want to, and I highly recommend it. So I believe in the stream description I have linked the mods. Okay, okay. We have Nick starting top left, TCP. I'm sorry about the burning in your eyes that will come from looking at this horribly white screen. But this is still one of my favorite maps, so you'll just have to deal with it. Did they ally? Hold on a second here. Okay. Nick. This is a pretty standard build here, except the K-bot part. Swarthy, normal looking, lofty, normal looking build. Kaiju. Oh dear. Lofty says Nick will kill us, Kaiju. Let's get him first. Okay, so this is a free-for-all. Although, for those who have not played the Cold Place, you go wind here. There's no reason to build solars. Wind is like plus a lot. Go ahead and I'll throw it down. We'll take a look real quick. Yeah, plus 30. Lofty seems to know a bit more about what he's doing than Nick does, than Kaiju. Sorry, Nick, having played ProTA in the testing, he knows that K-bot's a safe thing to go. I think he's thinking he's not going to get rushed, and Lofty proves him wrong. Pushes out a Jethro to cover him. Lofty got more rating power here. But he just drives around the base. Drives around Kaiju. Yeah, Hugo, there's a subcom map like this. Yeah, I wonder where they got the idea. The subcom map came first, I'm sure. Nick doing what Nick does, dropping lots of cons. These guys are probably going to build that max and then just build wins, if I had to guess. Nice job by Lofty here, being pretty aggressive with the cons. Realizing that Nick is all cons. And he's going slashers. This is a pretty classic core build right here. You get the radar up front, get the slashers out. This con vehicle will finish before, because con vehicles do build faster than K-bots. Nick's con is going to get pushed out by that missile tower. Nice job by Lofty here. I'm impressed. I actually don't know who he is, if he's a smurf or if he's just a friend, but he's actually playing not so bad. Bringing the pressure to bear. Radar targeting with the slashers and the missile towers. Pushing the construction con out. Getting aggressive. Nick, in going all cons, has kind of left himself pretty vulnerable to this kind of push. Can Lofty pull it off? Nick says F off. Sending some Rockos and Jethros up to try and stop that. Kaiju not taking advantage of the fact that Nick is wide open on the bottom and he has units to go get him with. Oh, that's my, that's the new comm laser sound. Nice push by Lofty here. He's got the missile towers up. This is what I mean. I think it looks like Lofty knows how to play some OTA. He's able to come in, and he's actually able to give Nick a bit of a run for his money, except you can't leave that idle there. There we go. Goes a little too close to those Rockos with his slashers and gets punished for it. He needs to stay back and use radar. If you're going to play the strategies core, you've got to do this right here. Stay back, and as soon as they come into line of sight, you run the slashers away. Here you go. Lofty makes some mistakes though. He pushes them in. This is costly. They should be back. Should be back here. Instead, he drops way too many, and he doesn't really actually get the breakthrough that he was looking for. Ooh, Kaiju. Going after the wrong guy. So this is a free-for-all. Kaiju goes into Lofty's soft underbelly and opens him up. That will probably doom both Kaiju and Lofty. Yeah, Hugo, this is actually a very old TA map. And then they did bring it to Supreme Commander. In Supreme Commander, they put the metal extractors in the middle and then a whole bunch of reclaim. So the map does not play the same way at all. Maps are just kind of bigger in general, too. Oh my gosh, poor Lofty. Kaiju, why? And he didn't even go in and attack Nick on the south side. Completely bails Nick out right there. Nick takes advantage of the breathing room, stops the slasher push cold, and Lofty has yet to rebuild. Looks like he's getting a decent amount of metal, maybe from reclaim. Yep, he's reclaiming up here. This Lofty guy knows what he's doing, but well, except for the way he's using his slashers, he's got to be a little better with those. Pair of slashers in the back, not going to be powerful enough to stop Nick's superpower. Wind farms, wind farms, wind farms, wind farms. Okay, Kaiju's going to come. Maybe he's going to do some damage to Nick now. Even the score. Kaiju's been completely left alone. Hooking missile towers, not capping metal resources. Oh, come on. Do it. There he goes. Alright. Bunch of LLTs up on a front line. Still, for some reason, not pressing in Nick. Lofty is in the most trouble now out of anyone. Nick's at 38, Kaiju at 35. So he's building okay now. Doing the porking up. Storms and slashers. Again, this unit composition, like right here, is something you would see in OTA, and this will work in ProTA. You'll find this to be pretty effective, especially actually against what Nick has as far as defense. Storms are still fantastic base busters. Wind farms. You know, for plus 30, you basically just need 2 winds and then a metal extractor. Nick building mohos, although I think it's still probably more efficient just to go winds on this map. Kaiju is slowing down on his production. He is not keeping up with Nick. Here comes his attack. Storms. You can see how fast they just quickly punch in here. But he doesn't press it home. Instead, he turns around and runs south. FFAs are always kind of silly because it's like the person who sits back usually wins. But, so, we're live here. We're just having fun. Well, geez. What do you want to bet this never fires a shot? These ones might, though. Kaiju's ready. He is ready for that attack. Will Nick deliver, though? Nick's got some Fidos out. And he's got some radar jammers, too. Raiders, storms. Raiders in this mod are a slasher's best friend. Good radar targeting here. Prevent the reclaim. Without a single fusion, you see that Nick has got his Moho Metal Maker up. They did, much to my chagrin, fix sparking in ProTA, so you cannot spark your Mohos. The guns are silent. Nick's doing his best Nug 215 impression here. Nice job at the Raiders. See, that's nice. He gets that forced by. Raiders actually can raid in this game. Hey, Tiscott. Welcome. We're just doing a little hangout here, watching random silly games. ProTA release. Make sure you grab the mod. The link is in the description. If you haven't bought TA, now is a good time to do it. Get it on Good Old Games for about $5. Get this mod installed, and you can start watching your own demos and making your own today. Lofty pushes in, although it doesn't look like Kaiju knows it. Nice push by Lofty. He finds the wind farm, the soft side of Nick there. Nick has some missile towers in the back to protect his winds. He has to send his army up that he was planning on using against Kaiju. Again, slashers, these should be moving in that direction. Always move away from your opponents with slashers. Raiders are doing a good job cleaning up these winds back here. Nick still at 47 despite that big hit, losing all those wins. Oh wait, no, it looks like he's dropped down. He's stalling. He's bouncing him in. Losing more wins. Nice job by Lofty here. That Raider's gonna get killed by Pee-wees. R.I.P. Nick's gotta rebuild. Lofty not able to, is he coming in to hold the territory? He doesn't have any cons going in to hold that territory that he just took. So that's one of the other things you want to do, is you want to have your cons quickly following up. Got you. Just causing problems. Lofty's trying to deal with the real threat. While Kaiju is, see that he didn't realize, and that's one of the things, when you're playing an FFA, right? You leave no shake off, so you can feel the screen shake, and then you look and you see where wreckage is appearing and disappearing, and you can see, oh wait, and you also see explosions on the map too. So that way you know where the battle's happening, and so if you see a person, two of them really fighting, you can kind of assume, okay, it might be time to push in, because he's moved his forces away. Yeah, it's just got my audio here is not good. I'm actually doing this where there's going to be definitely some reverb. I don't have any sound absorbing material around me. So, see, Venom told me that the audio in this was fine when I'm using my less than high quality mic, and I don't have any soundproofing. And I told him, no, the audio makes it different. Nick's force comes down. Here we go, Punisher's firing some shots. Goliath. There you go. Light laser towers and heavy laser towers shred the Zeus there. Not a dumb move by Kaiju here. Building C. Might as well. Kaiju expanding here. Lofty building some mohos. Looks like he reclaimed. No, he didn't reclaim. He is reclaiming to advance some. Kaiju having been completely left alone the entire game. Should be the one in the driver's seat, but Nick has managed to outbuild him despite Lofty's otherwise solid attacks to the north. Using Hawks, Zeus's, and Rockos, Nick is pushing in. Ambusher. See just that extra long range of the Ambusher here. Shooting all the way from up there. Kaiju trying to take it out, he just ends up getting his destroyer sunk. But the wall of light lasers and heavy lasers hold out. Kaiju just slowly eating up Lofty's territory. Where are you going with those, Nick? A warlord. Surprised nobody's decided they want to drop a big Bertha yet. Or Intimidator. Lofty finally decides that Kaiju isn't going to be his friend. Puts up small defenses. Guns fall silent again. Sound of exploding metal extractors as Lofty upgrades, taking advantage of some of those ProTA features. Nick, I think he's realized he's got to go around this little blockade here. Fusions. When you run out of space on this map, that's when you build fusions. Well, if you run out of space, you work to get more space. That's what you should do. Nick's army is in the back corner. And, ooh, smart move by Nick. He brings in the Pels. And he is cleaning up Kaiju's wins with the Hawks. Thing is, while Nick's doing this, he's not building wins, other than the ones he's already got set. Hawks versus missile towers, metal for metal. The Hawks are going to lose that, especially since he doesn't have that many. But the Pels are going to be able to come in and absorb some of that missile tower fire. Nice. See what Nick did there? He brought the Pels up. They started taking shots at the missile towers. He flies in the Hawks to clean up the rest. Kaiju's base, as long as it took him to build it, just evaporates. 35 minutes in, 30 minutes of base building reduced to rubble. Cans and Gollies, not a bad attack force, but I don't think this is going to work, especially considering Nick's sitting on Hawks. See just the punishment the cans can take, though. Nick is attacking with his cons. He says, oops. Did he control him? No, but he just grabbed a whole bunch of them. I think this game is safely in Nick's hands. Oh, actually, we haven't paid our friend Lofty a visit in a while. He has no anti-air, which means the Hawks are going to chew him up. Alright, I'll go ahead and I'll speed this up here since I think we know how this is going to end. One thing this does do is this does mess up the game clock. I can't slow this down if we see something we want to see. Nick flying around. You can see he is just getting bigger and bigger. 157 metal. He's outproducing both Lofty and Kaiju combined. Cranking out HLTs. This is what this game looks like at plus 10 speed with 200% speed too. Big, this is a nice force here though. And finally somebody built an Intimidator. It's not a good space for one, just so you guys know, because you can easily just bring bombers up off screen and without even being able to shoot back and lose it. Lofty goes in. Okay, we can take a look at this. Evaporates a Hawk Lab. This attack might be good enough. Maybe, maybe? Nope, there's the Hawk Swarm. He doesn't have any... Now, if he had some Copperheads with him, that might actually be able to protect him. But he does not. And the Hawks and the Pels chew him up. See, he's using his aircon building power to quickly drop some LLTs. And he is sending his units down south to try and finish off Kaiju. Crashers are improved in ProTA, but they're still not going to be best against Hawks. I'm going to speed it back up here. This Kaiju's at 64. Oh yeah, because he's still got 3 fusions up. But down come the Pels. Look at that. LLTs are useful in this mod, Tim. Nick finds the fusions. I don't expect those will last very long. Boom! Last shot, but that Pel takes it out. Kaiju says GG. There you go, LLTs with missile towers behind it. That did a decent job holding off the forces. You can see Lofty switched to more anti-air style attack, and now Nick has brought his units up finally to defend. He's got hammers and rockos. Don't ever let Nick hook wins. Yeah, there's just not enough anti-air in the back here. The Intimidator's up and is shooting. Okay, that's not actually what's happening with it. Here we go, we'll see where it's actually shooting now. There we go. Too many missile towers. Nick's amphibious assault is backed up by Hawks. I don't think he's going to get very far with this one, though. Nope, he'll need a little bit more work. Nice job by Lofty. I actually have to wrap up here, so I'm going to keep going at super high speed so that way we can wrap it up soon. Bombers by Nick. He finds the Intimidator. I don't think it will last very long. There go the bombers. See, he started a little bit of nano block here, but that's not going to protect it. There it goes. Takes out some winds too. This is what you're... How long has this been going on? It's total annihilation, people. In the meantime, Kaiju's actually come back in it. This is so silly. Nick is just going for the front line attack here. Give himself some breathing room. This time Lofty's got some nano blocking up. Intimidators are more accurate in this game. Down it goes. Nick, tons of hawks. He's protected in the southing. Looks like the Mavs were able to sneak in enough shots in these little holes right here to take out the LLTs. Oh, here we go. This is what I've been waiting for a while. Nick realizes that there's not enough anti-air in the back. The handful of Cobras, you can see they did a ton of damage, but not before Lofty's entire backside is wiped out. Cans move a little slow to move through that much artillery. Cans versus Mavericks. He uses land units to sink the Navy. It's just too big at this point. 250 metal from Nick. Nice job by Nick, using the lane units to provide line of sight. Hawks to cover. Okay, Nick says, okay, now it's a good game. Nope, he ran into the flagships with the Sox. But he's got enough units on the ground. Look at that. See how fast the Cobras just evaporate the Hawks. Plus these guys right here. Let's see, they're sitting on what? 16 kills, 8 kills, 4. So they did their job. Kaiju is overrun. That's another bombing run. Nice Viper pop-up laser. More Intimidators. Probably too little too late now. He comes in for the D-gun, and down he goes. Kaiju's been shown the door. Here comes Nick with his Hawks. normal plus 10. Fighting to the last. So we don't know where his commander's at. We can find him here. Oh, there he is. Yeah. And down he goes. And Nick wins. What was a free-for-all that turned into a 2v1 that turned into Nick building wins. And when Nick builds wins, he wins. Okay, we'll see if that the resource screen comes up here. Yep, here we go. Yep, you can see that number right there. That one's bigger than both of these combined. So, alright everyone, it has been fantastic hanging out with you tonight. If you haven't already, make sure you download the new mod, make a copy of your TA folder, and then check it out. You can play it. There's demos available on TADA. I believe it's 0F, 0C or something is what they are. So anything you see with that designation is something that is available for you guys to watch. Link for the mod is in the description. And you all have a fantastic evening. Alright. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.